Hi guys, welcome back to another video, another airport update, and today we have Miami International Airport, set in around 1984, plenty of retros, hope for Pan Am and Eastern, along with a few others thrown in there as well. So yeah, hope you like the video, let me know what you think down below, and let's get started. So over in the side of Concourse A, we have a Pan Am 747 SP, and this is going to be heading out shortly after it's had the catering loaded for a flight to Honolulu via LAX. Moving down the line, we have a Pan Am DC-10 which is just being pushed back, and this is being pushed back for a flight out to Berlin. In the stand A3, we have a Pan Am 737-200, and this has recently arrived in from a flight from Boston. This has the passengers just finished getting off the plane, and the catering truck is getting it prepared for its turnaround flight. At gate number 4 of this concourse, we have a Pan Am L1011, and this has arrived in quite recently from London Heathrow. All passengers are off, it's just currently being turned around for its next flight out to in about an hour's time. It's currently being refueled, and then the catering and the passengers and the luggage will be arriving shortly. On the corner of the concourse, we have a TWA L1011. Now this has arrived in from New York JFK as a substitute plane for high demand in this season, so they've gone for the slightly larger plane rather than the DC-9s that they would usually send. After the TWA, at gate number 6, we have a United 767-200, and this is going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. The passengers are just getting loaded, and then just around the other side, the luggage is just being finished off boarding the aircraft. Okay, we've got an empty gate here, and then if we move on to gate number 8, we have a Delta L1011, and this has arrived in from a flight from Salt Lake City. This was, passengers are all off. This is going under sort of heavy service at the moment. Luggage is being loaded, unloaded from the flight. The freight and cargo is being taken off as well, as it's brought quite a bit over with it. And then the catering truck is there, ready to load the next flight up, and then the passengers will be arriving later on. Next, in gate 9, we now have the other side of the terminal. In the other hub airline here, we have an Eastern 757-200, and this is just being pushed back for a flight out to San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's third in line for departure. The Pan Am DC-10 over there is first in line, and then we have another DC-10 that's second in line, which we'll get to in a moment. And then if we start to move our way around the corner, we have an Eastern L1011, and this has arrived in from Kingston, Jamaica. It's currently undergoing heavy service similar to the Delta L1011. It's brought quite a bit of cargo with it, which is just being unloaded. The bags have been unloaded from the passengers, and obviously all the passengers are making their way into the terminal building. And then along from that, we have an Eastern DC-10, and this has arrived in from Kansas City quite a while ago. All the passengers are off, final bits of luggage are being taken off over there, and then this plane will be ready for a turnaround flight relatively soon. If we move around to the last 2 gates on the main terminal, we have a Lufthansa DC-10, and this is on pushback, 4th in line for departure, and is being pushback, and it's going to be making a return flight back out to Frankfurt. And then on the corner, on the end gate, we have a Condor DC-10, and this has recently arrived in from Berlin. Passengers are all off and luggage has all been taken away. A few bits of cargo, last few bits of cargo freight are being taken, and then the catering truck is loading on the other side, ready for its return flight to Berlin later on today. If we just move to the sort of more shorter domestic side of the main terminal, there's two gates here. We've got two United 727s. On the far side, we have a United 727-200, and this has arrived in from Houston. Passengers are disembarking the aircraft, and the luggage is being taken to the terminal building. And then here, just on a sort of remote stand at the moment, we have a United 727-100, and this has it's just waiting for its turnaround flight. It'll be flying back out to Washington Dulles. The jet bridge is attached, ready to receive passengers later on, but there's no other service going on with this aircraft at the moment, as it's just sitting on the stand for the time being. And the final third gate is empty at the moment. And then if we just have a sneak peek in the hangar, we have a Pan Am A300, newly delivered aircraft to the airline. It's currently undergoing all its regular maintenance checks before it's allowed to be put in flight, and it should be middle of next year when that comes out. And basically you can see that it's been painted in what's going to become the new Pan Am livery, known as the Billboard livery. And all the other Pan Am aircraft will get this livery eventually at some point, but the A300s being the new aircraft are getting it first. Okay, if we move around now from the main terminal, which we've now completed, we'll do the one on the taxiway first. So we have a United DC-10 here, and this is second in line. This is the one we talked about before, second in line after the Pan Am DC-10, and this is on its way out to San Francisco, back to one of United's hubs over on the west coast. There we go, it's in focus for you now, apologies. And then if we look down the line on the B concourse, we have an American DC-10, and this has arrived in from Paris Charles de Gaulle. This terminal isn't yet served by jet bridges, so it's all air stairs. So as you can see, the stairs are on both sides of the aircraft, and the coaches are ready to collect the passengers to take them to the terminal building. Next down the line, we have a American 727-200, and this is going to be making a flight out to Dallas-Fort Worth. As we can see, passengers haven't arrived yet at the aircraft. The stairs are ready awaiting, and the luggage is just arriving ready to be boarded onto the aircraft. And then the third gate is empty. And then if we move to the small cargo terminal we have here today, we have a FedEx DC-10, and this will be making a flight out to LAX to deliver some cargo from from East Coast to West Coast relatively shortly. Final few bits of cargo have just been loaded via that truck there, and then it will be ready to be pushed back in probably about 15-20 minutes time. And then the final aircraft of this update is a Pan Am Cargo 747-100, and this has arrived in from London Heathrow, bringing plenty of cargo over from the UK. We have obviously cargo still being unloaded and a truck there just taking the cargo on, and then a second truck is just coming around the corner to take over when this one is filled up completely. So that is Miami Retro Airport number 1 complete. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, let me know what you thought. Like, comment and subscribe down below, and stay tuned for the next one, which will hopefully be out very soon. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, bye guys.